Hi, it's Miss Meditate. Did you receive your butterfly sign? I hope you did. If you did, please share it with me. I would love to see and hear your stories. I truly trust that if you asked for your sign and looked with, not with your eyeballs, with your heart, looked with an open heart, I'm sure your sign would have been received. So we are going to continue working with the labradorite crystal, the butterfly crystal, the stone of transformation. Remember the word for the week, metamorphosis. How can we allow that same transformation and metamorphosis flow through us? Allow the transformation that's taking place at this time in space within ourselves and around ourselves. And what does that word metamorphosis look like and feel like to you? And if you see your beautiful butterfly, really see the butterfly from your heart. See and feel its essence, feel its colours, its glory, its beauty. And remember, and have a sacred pause, place your hand in your heart and see your own beauty, your own colours, your own lightness and freedom, and honouring that. And you might want to ask for a little sign about a bird too. We had the goddess Ma appeared in the reading yesterday, and she was the ancient Egyptian goddess who had the bird wings. Again, similar energy in the taking flight, in the lightness, that little caterpillar let go of all of the heavy emotions, guilt, shame, fear, heaviness, let it go to lightness, to get the wings to take flight. And I feel that Ma represents that too. So you might ask for a little bird sign, or you might just be present with the birds and see how they take flight, how that they interact with water and air, how they're always provided for and cared for, how the wind carries them to new pastures new, and how they always return home too. So that migration within ourselves, coming home to ourselves, coming back home during this time, as I've spoke about Mercury retrograde, Cancer season, where cards, remember, of withdrawing for these past few days, last few days in Cancer season, to truly come home to ourselves, for then the fire energy of Leo to shine that out bold and proud like a lion, until Leo season as we move forward. So metamorphosis, transformation, taking the wings, Goddess Ma with her wings and her freedom and her flight. And what do the words freedom? There's a word for tonight, freedom and flight. Freedom and flight. What does that look like and feel like to you? What does freedom mean to you? What does freedom look like to you? What does taking flight and releasing and letting go of any heaviness look like and feel like to you? How can you give yourself the freedom of new wings to explore more new experiences, to see things from a higher perspective, just exactly like the birds do? They see things from zoomed out from a higher perspective, and sometimes we can't see it when we're in it. We usually can't see the meaning or the understanding when we're in a situation, but when we're removed from it and we see things from a higher perspective, we can see, well, if that hadn't happened, then that wouldn't have happened, and then I wouldn't have been moved and taken flight to this next new situation and place and space within myself. So how can we see things from a higher perspective of the transformation that's taken place within us at this moment in time and space? Metamorphosis with a labradorite crystal. Okay, so let's do a little reading. So we'll use the same 12 major arcana cards. This weekend on Sunday, I'll do part 2, where we'll do the other 12 of the 24 major arcana cards and linked to the planets. But for this week, we're still working with the 12 of the zodiac that have significance within the zodiac. So let's see what comes up. And then I'm going to do a little fairy cards as we're getting our wings and taking flight. So what do we need to hear right here, right now, holding the words metamorphosis in your heart, what that means to you, holding freedom in your heart, holding taking flight in your heart, and holding a situation that you might want to see from a higher perspective within your heart, right here and right now. Temperance, Artemis. Artemis is the huntress. Artemis has the arrow because this is the card of Sagittarius, which, funnily enough, Sagittarius is all about freedom, being free, free to travel. Sagittarius is half man, half horse, likes to travel wild and free. So, can we travel wild and free? If you could travel wild and free, where would you go? Where's the first place that comes to mind? Can you look to go there? Can you look to mentally go there? Being there in meditation, feeling and hearing all the sounds, truly immersing yourself in that experience. This Sagittarius is the end of the year, is December time. Can you shoot like the arrow and make a plan of somewhere that you want to go and travel to within this time and space before then, by saying, okay, by December, by the end of this year, I will. Or how can you then look to be more free in your life if something that's been shown up during the time of withdrawing within and saying, okay, I want more freedom in this space. How can I then make the action and changes by shooting the arrow, withdrawing back to point on where I want to go towards by December time, by Christmas time. So thinking of freedom, thinking of that wild horse that runs free and gallops, where are you galloping towards? What's calling you to gallop towards? What's within your heart? And horses have a beautiful big heart radius that reaches out and much more of an energy centre than our human hearts do. So where is your heart calling out to? Or who is your heart calling out to? And how can you follow that? Listen to the heart. The horses know. They've got deep wisdom, I truly believe. So listen to your heart wisdom and what it's calling for and where it's wanting to gallop towards and how you can have more freedom by following that, because that's the true freedom. When we follow our hearts, that's freedom. When we step out that mind with all of the when we follow that heart's wisdom and gallop towards that and shoot that arrow and point and make little steps towards it and make a plan to say, okay, by the end of this year, we've just moved in at the second half of this year, by the end of this year, by December, I will, whatever is calling to, and following that and trusting that. And that's freedom and that's wildness and that's lightness, by letting go of the heaviness like that caterpillar that gets its wings because it's flying towards exactly what is right and who it was always truly meant to be, by releasing and letting go of the heaviness to gallop towards and get the wings to fly towards who we're always meant to become. Beautiful. Okay, and then we've got Karen Kay's beautiful fairy cards. So we're speaking about lightness, about freedom, about our wings flying and taking us. Could be physical travel, could be following that freedom heart of it saying, go this way, making that action plan. So what do we need to know right here, right now, to get our wings? Passion. Follow your passion. Your passion is in your soul for a reason. That's your soul passion. Your passion looks different to mine. Our passions are all where our gifts lie. She's playing the beautiful violin here, making her own music. Wanted to burst into song there, but make your own kind of music. Sorry. But sing your own special song. Make your own kind of music, because that is the gift that we've been given. Your voice, your soul gift, when you share that in the world, that's music. That's music for your soul. She's in the colour pink. There we go. We spoke about the heart chakra, working with the colour pink and the colour green. The heart chakra, following this beautiful heart wisdom that knows. That's our passion in life. What it calls you when you step out of that mind, it tells you all the 120 million reasons why not to. We all know it. We all do it. Don't listen. Be a rebel. And don't listen to that mind, and listen to the heart that knows, the soul that knows. Your passion is for you, is who you are. And that, if that's not freedom of wings by following that, I don't know what is. No matter where else we might go or travel to or whatever we're aiming for, if it's not within our heart's passion, is that the right path? When we listen to the passion of our soul that knows the wisdom ingrained within every beat of our heartbeat, and we make aim towards that, that's freedom. And I truly believe when we're brave enough to take a little step towards that, we get supported, we get guided because it's for us. So all the blocks that used to come up and it's like, what? Maybe they were there in a reason, because maybe it was saying, there's something better over here. You just need to remember this heart wisdom that's here. It was always here. But we just need to make the space and the grace and the quietness and the stillness to listen to that heart whisper, like we've been doing over Cancer season, over Mercury retrograde, with everything that's showing up saying, it's not that. Now I can see things from a higher perspective that actually that wasn't right. But now when I get quiet enough and still enough to know, I remember this passion within my heart and soul. I'm going to take aim and take flight with my wings and my bow and arrow, and I'm going to aim towards it, because I've just started the second half of the year. I'm going to gallop wildly and freely towards this passion within my heart and soul, without having it all worked out, because we can't have it all worked out. But if I'm just taking that wee step towards, I trust. I trust that I'm truly guided, and that the path and the way will open, as long as I'm following the wisdom of the soul within. And if that's not heart chakra, I don't know what is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look for your butterfly signs, look for your bird signs, remember your wings, remember your heart, and remember it's time to listen to that wisdom within and shoot your bow and arrow towards it. Love, love, love.